Hi guys, this is Subhashmata and I'm back with another interior related video. So today I want to discuss the different components of stairs. So we all use stairs in our day-to-day lives. They are such an integral part of our lives. So I felt we should know a little more about the stairs. So did you know that all these components that are used in making stairs have different names? Yes. So I want to talk a little bit about all these components and discuss the do's and don'ts while designing a staircase. So hope you will enjoy this video and let's get started with the video.
So this is a detailed sketch of a staircase and all the components are marked on it. Let's go through all the components one by one. Let's see the step first. So step is a combination of a vertical and a horizontal component known as a tread and riser. So the upper horizontal portion of the step over which foot is placed is called the tread, and the vertical member of the step is known as the riser. It is used to support and connect the successive treads. And then we have the nosing, which is the edge of the tread projecting beyond the face of the riser. The nosing gives the tread a very nice finish as well as avoid sharp edges to avoid accidents. The depth of the tread should be minimum 10 inches to 12 inches so that one can step on it comfortably. Whereas the riser ranges from 4 inches to maximum 7 inches depending on the height of the stairway. Now if you see the image, the green part is called the handrail, the blue part is called the newel, and the black vertical support is called the balusters. And collectively these three components are called the balustrade. The handrail acts as a protective bar as well as gives support to the user who is using the stairs. The balusters are the individual vertical members which provide support to the handrail and also can be designed in a number of ways. Whereas a newel is a vertical support which is used at the head and the foot at a point where the balustrade changes its direction. It also used for supporting the handrail. Now let's see what's a landing. So landing is a horizontal platform between two successive flight of stairs. Landing is also used as a resting place during the use of stairs. It also facilitates the change of direction of a flight. Landing that extends for full width of a staircase is known as half space landing, and the landing extending only for half the width of staircase is known as quarter space landing. This brings us to the last component of the staircase, which is the string or the stringer. These are the sloping wooden members of the stair used to support the end of the steps. There are typically two stringers on either side of the stairs. And the total length of the stair in horizontal plane including lengths of the landing is known as the run of the stair, which when multiplied with the width of the staircase gives you the area of the staircase. Now these are a few tips which you can keep in mind while designing a staircase. The staircase should be located in such a place that it should be easily accessible from all the rooms in a building, and it must have adequate provision of light and ventilation directly from the exterior of the building. The width of the staircase should be minimum 3 feet for domestic buildings, whereas it should be 5 to 6 feet for a public building. And the headroom or clearance between the tread and the ceiling should be at least 7 feet so that even a taller person can use the staircase comfortably.
So those were the components of a staircase. Hope this video was helpful in some way. I didn't go into a lot of technicalities that we need to know to design a staircase, but I hope you like the video, and if you want to know more about designing a staircase technically, let me know in the comment section. So if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you want to know more about the type of stairs or the different types of materials that we can use to build the stairs, so when I upload those videos, subscribe to my channel.